Hello everyone, Kaoz here, and welcome to another old school RuneScape video. People play this game for multiple reasons. AFK gains, slay monsters, go raiding with friends, make a lot of money, and questing, just to mention a few. Whatever you end up doing, one thing remains true. Number go up is good. This is why, whatever you are doing in the game, you will always be earning experience, and even if maxing is not one of your immediate goals, it could be at some point in your adventure. We started the revamp to 1 to 99 guides in January with my favorite skill in the game, and my first 99 coming back to old school RuneScape in 2018, runecrafting. By uploading a 1 to 99 guide every 2 weeks, excluding Desert Treasure 2, we came to the final guide in the form of Slayer. To close out the longest series I've ever had on the channel, this final video is all about maxing your account. Tips for the maxing mentality, how I personally maxed, other ways to do it, and finally, what methods I recommend to achieve level 99 in every skill. Of course, to get your hands in one of the most prestigious and sought after items in the game, the MaxScape. If this video is helpful to you, consider subscribing with notifications on, drop a fat like for the finale of the maxing series, and come to the channel from 9 AM to 12 PM CST to catch our live streams and to chat about the game. Ladies and gentlemen, let's learn how to max in old school RuneScape in the most enjoyable, efficient, AFK, or profitable way possible. Let's start by giving you a few tips for the maxing mentality and how to avoid wanting to low alch yourself. Like I said before, if you are skilling and working your way up to multiple 99s in the game, and eventually you want all of them, I will tell you a few things I did back when I was on the maxing grind. The first and most important thing to keep in mind is that outside of a full collection log or all pets, maxing is the longest grind in the entire game. Playing casually, you could spend anywhere between 3,000 and 5,000 hours, and even more if you AFK a lot when doing something else. It helps put into perspective how long the grind can take, so you are not discouraged when you see the amount of experience left for one or multiple 99s. Just take it slow and at your own pace. A tip I have mentioned multiple times is that you could gamify your gains to get the grind over with quicker, or just do it without noticing. Take a skill you're not too excited about, and do it full or near full focus for 1 hour. Then, play for another hour and try to beat it. If you do, you can do it yet again to see if you can keep beating your own record. If and when you finally fail, you could either stop or reset the game. Even if you do it twice, that's 2 hours of skilling you wouldn't have done otherwise. The third one is something I didn't do, and I recommend getting some friends or even be in a clan, so you can have people to talk to when skilling for it to go by quicker. Hell, you could even compete with them to see who gets more experience per hour in a certain amount of time. You can join our clan, simply called Kaoz, to have people to talk to. I said I didn't do this because I had 0 friends on my friends list for like 2 years before I made my channel and started meeting new people. A tip that helped me immensely was having a calendar and scheduling my gains for the month. No joke, I had a physical calendar where I wrote down how much experience I needed in the current skill to quote-unquote be done with it for the day. If I could grind a little more, all the extra experience would be paid forward, and I could either be done with a 99 quicker, or take 1 or 2 days off if I had enough experience to justify it. If you want to max, writing down your goals is going to be a massive help, even if it's for just 1 or 2 hours of gains per day. The last tip I have for you is to know how you like to do things. Now, let me explain. Coming up, I'll go into detail as to how I maxed, and it was focusing on one skill to 99, and then moving on to the next one. I did it this way because I don't like moving on to something else when I know I have to go back to it at one point. For you, this could mean getting one level to 90, and then another one, and so on, for you not to burn out. Always keep in mind how you enjoy doing things for the maxing grind, not to become too annoying. Of course, these are just a few things I recommend, not only for the maxing grind, but also to achieve any 99 or any goal you want in the game. Break it down into smaller chunks, and you will see progress much quicker. Up next, I will tell you how I personally maxed, other ways to do it, and most importantly, my favorite training methods for each skill on your way to each skill cape. Now, since we're done with the 1 to 99 guides, why not bring your favorite cape to life thanks to CustomScape Art? They've been kind enough to sponsor the channel in the past, and a lot of you seem to like their products, which are pretty much any OSRS item imaginable in the form of neon lights. I personally have a runecrafting cape and a Max Infernal cape in my setup, which you can see on my streams. You will also find unique, handmade paintings and prints on canvas, crafted with the most powerful glow-in-the-dark pigment available, that can light up to 6 hours, granted you charge them beforehand. I got this wonderful painting of the Last Supper with the RuneScape characters, and it's absolutely amazing. I love their page because even if they don't have an item you want, you can simply get in contact with them, and they will make whatever design you are looking for. With Christmas just around the corner, both the neon lights and paintings will make for a perfect gift for yourself, or you can even threaten a loved one to get one for your gaming setup. I guarantee you'll love their products. If you like what you've heard so far, click the link in the description or the pinned comment and use code Kaoz10 for 10% off your purchase. It also supports my family and I, so we hope you enjoy them a whole ton. Thank you very much to CustomScape Art for sponsoring this video, and let's continue. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I am now going to tell you how I maxed, and I'm going to give you 7 different ways to do it, just in case you want to find your own, or of course do a mix and match in between them. Now, for me, when I started playing the game, right away I went for the QuestScape. Back in RuneScape 2, I was not too fond of questing, and I was like, alright, if I want to max, I don't want any method to be locked behind a quest, so I got my QuestScape right away, and that is actually going to give you a very, very good baseline for your account in the form of base levels. After that, I went for runecrafting, my favorite skill in the game, and then I did farming, because I was doing farm runs every now and then I took care of 5 skills that were either boring or bank standing. I did fire making, fletching, cooking, magic, and herblore. Now, a couple of them were expensive, especially herblore, but it was really not that big of a deal. After that, I went for the diary cape, and if you achieve that, you are going to be pretty much base 85s, 90s, and you're going to be pretty close to like halfway of your maxing journey, which doesn't sound like a lot, but you know, with all the skills, it is a really big step forward. After that, I went for the maxing cape, and then the scaling continued. From here on out, I ordered the skills from slowest to fastest, and also from least enjoyable to like, you know, things that could be done really quickly. The order in which I did this was mining, fishing, agility, woodcutting, ranged, smithing, prayer, HP, construction, hunter, crafting, thieving, and then it was all about, well, not really, but I'll get to it in a second, I got 99 Slayer, Defense, Strength, and Attack. Now, I didn't wait until the very end to do my Slayer task, but what happened is that after mining, I did 500,000 Slayer experience, I got 99 fishing, another 500,000 Slayer experience, 99 agility, 500,000 Slayer experience, and so on and so forth. I did it this way because at the end of all my skilling, you know, all the way up to thieving, I was going to be almost done, and I only had like maybe anywhere between 500k and 1 million Slayer experience left, and by the time I got 99 Slayer, I was extremely close to defense, strength, and attack. Attack was actually my very last 99 in the entire game. I have a very nice and emotional video for my maxing, for my maxscape here on the channel. It is extremely old, you can go check it out, but that is how I maxed. So basically put everything from least to most enjoyable, to from slowest to fastest, and then order it in a way, and then you can even sprinkle in between any other skill that you don't like. Now that's how I got it, which was very nice. But now, what other ways of maxing are there? Like I said before, these are 7 extra ways to do so. There could be more, there could be less. Some of them you may not even like, but here are some suggestions. Now, the first one is, like I said before, order things from least to most enjoyable. First, you have to try all the skills, and I recommend you doing things with, let's call it an end game method. Now, what this is maybe not something you could do at 90, 95 plus, but something you would be comfortable doing from whatever level all the way to 99. Think of it like for example, maybe some wood cutting teak trees, fletching some magic logs, and try all of them for you to know which one you like the least, and then which one is the most enjoyable, and do it from least to most. This way you are going to leave the best for last, and honestly, for me, it was not that bad. The second way to do it, the second way of maxing, would be doing it the other way around. Now, if you order things like, for example, Slayer is an extremely popular skill, people do that really quickly, get 99 combats, and then start skilling. That is why when you go to any, most worlds, and if you go to Zaya runecrafting, you're gonna see a lot of like level 120 pluses, because they all are done with Slayer, and they're now runecrafting, either for AFK gains, or they just need the 99. So that is how to do it from most to least enjoyable. I don't recommend this one, because if you want to max, then you're going to be leaving the terrible skills at the very end, and that doesn't sound like a great idea. The third one is to do your gathering, support, and the combat skills all the way to 99. So for example, runecrafting, farming, cooking, mining, fishing, and then do PVMing and bossing like Slayer, attack, strength, defense, ranged, magic. And then at the very end, with all that profit you get from gathering, support, bossing, selling all your spoils, you are going to take care of your buyables. You're going to do fire making, fletching, herblore, smithing, prayer, construction, and the crafting. Especially construction and prayer are really expensive if you want to do it properly and quickly, because you are not going to see a single GP back, and it's not really going to be great for your wallet. The other ones are, they have some budget training, but especially construction and the prayer are not the friendliest for your money. The fourth one, I would recommend doing combats first, and then buyables, and then the gathering. So for example, if you get to 99 Slayer with all of your combat skills first, excluding prayer, and then you do the buyables with the money that you got from PVMing or bossing, or maybe a couple of raids here and there, and then you leave the gathering for last. Again, I'm not a big fan of gathering skills, but maybe you can give it a go. And yeah, just leave the AFK chill for last, because, well, that is going to be your last few 99s for the maxing journey. The fifth way of maxing would be going for 100% profit. I made a video in the past showing the most profitable method for every single skill, going all the way up to 99. A lot of them may need like 70, 80, 85, even 90s in each skill, but still it is a very nice way for you to get up to those skills and then start making a lot of money. You can make money with every single skill excluding construction. The only way to, maybe not profit, but the only way not to lose as much money with construction is via mahogany homes. So you could make a ton of profit with every single skill, work your way up to a bill and a half, 2 billion GP, and then do construction with either mahogany homes or mahogany tables, you name it. The sixth way of doing it is to AFK the entire time. I made another video. I have a couple of videos on how to AFK pretty much every single skill, and there are a ton of ways to do so. You have things like Zaya runecrafting. For fletching, you have your tree runs. For sorry, did I say fletching? For farming, you have your tree runs. For fletching, you have any bows, cooking anything, mining shooting stars, amethyst, fishing sacred eels. There are so many AFK methods that are great for experience, and you don't even have to pay a lot of attention. So yeah, I recommend you watching those videos for all profit or all AFK, and of course try to see which methods you like the most. The last one is not really recommended, and I shouldn't really include it because it's not doable for a quote-unquote normal player. And by that I mean, if you look at the world record speedrun for the maxing cape by Hebox Young, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, he was able to max his account in 771 hours. And that is absolutely shocking. Like, I have no clue that there were methods that allowed you, to do a combination in order for you to get a max cape that quickly. It involves a lot of alt accounts, expensive methods. Like, it's so expensive. Not, the average player is never going to do even a single method shown in that video. But that could be your seventh way to do it if you want to break the world record. Now, what I want to do is what I recommend you to get for, to get to 99 in every single one of the skills. And this I recommend you start at base 80s, because at level 80, you only have 2 million experience. This means that you still have 11 million experience to go. Sorry for my throat. And you still have so much to do that every single one of these methods is going to be insane all the way to 99. For melee ranged, I recommend training Slayer passively. That is, unless you want to burst your 99s, which is, the faster way to do it. I would personally recommend you do it casually, because it is, in my opinion, one of the most diverse and fun ways to, play the game. Just do Slayer, go many different places. So melee and ranged, to definitely do them casually. For prayer, I recommend Dragon Bones at the Kaoz altar, just to save a little bit of money. For magic, at level 80, I recommend starting with a lunar spellbook with string jewelry, and then plankmate, you're going to make a little bit of money. Runecrafting, I recommend blood and wrath runes with your colossal pouch. This is going to start at level 85, but you can start doing blood runes at level 77. With construction, I did oak dungeon doors from 70, I believe 72, 74 when it's available, and all the way to 99. It is going to be a very good budget training method, or you can even try the mythical cape racks in your skill hall. For agility, I recommend the Hallowed Sepulchre. It is extremely click intensive, but you're going to learn so much about movement, and you're going to have great chances at a lot of loot from the granted chest at the end, or alternatively you can do arty rooftops. For Herblore, I recommend Stamina Potions and Sarah Brews. Stamina Potions are great GP per XP, they're not that expensive, and if you have a lot of profit left, then you could do Sarah Brews, pretty much one of the fastest way to train Herblore, if not one ticking with Staminas, Anti-Venoms, and so on. For thieving, I recommend Pyramid Plunder. It is extremely click intensive again, you need a lot of attention. And if you need another method that doesn't require a lot of effort but still a lot of clicks per hour, you can do the Arty Knights at level 95. For crafting, I recommend glass blowing, which is what I did from starting level 80, 85, and also you can swap to Dragonhide bodies, either red or black, once you have a little bit more profit and you want more experience per hour. For fletching, I recommend longbows, maybe starting U, magic, and also because of Desert Treasure 2, there have been so many rune and dragon javelin heads coming into the game that those are actually great experience, XP per GP. They're not really that expensive. For hunter, I recommend birdhouses, red chinchompas, and also, most importantly, I recommend waiting for the hunter guild for us to do hunter contracts, hunter's rumors. Those are going to be very nice. Mining, I recommend iron ore, power mining iron ore in the mining guild. And if you are looking for an AFK way to do so, shooting stars is going to be your best friend. For smithing, I only have one option for you. Gold ore at the blast furnace, 350,000 experience per hour is absolutely insane, and that is going to be one of the fastest 99s in the entire game. For cooking, sharks and anglers, that's your best option. Get those cooking gauntlets, go to the Hosidius kitchen, and cope and get that 99 really quickly. Or you can also do wines, which is extremely cheap, but you're not really gonna make any money whatsoever. Sharks and anglers are extremely AFK. For fire making, I recommend Winter Toad, and when you have your full Pyromancer's outfit and level 90, I recommend Redwoods. Also, for wood cutting, I recommend doing forestry, maybe do teaks at the Isle of Souls, I'm sorry, I don't really go there too often. And then when you get to 90, go to the woodcutting guild and then start with redwoods. You're not gonna get events, but that is going to be such a great AFK method. And yeah, it's really fun. The last one, farming. I recommend herb and farm runs. Do not do the tide farm. That is only like 110k at like level 74 plus if you're doing it actively. You're gonna get that amount of experience in like 10 or 15 minutes with your tree runs every single day, and not even counting the hard trees like mahogany, teak, and redwoods, celastrus, and all of the extra trees that you can get. Do not do the tide farm. Stick to herb and the tree runs, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, after that mouthful, that is it for the maxing video, that is it for the maxing guide. All the 1 to 99 guides have come to an end, and I cannot wait to see what the 2024 is going to bring to the table. Of course, 2023 is still underway, and hopefully we will get to see a couple of nice guides before the end of the year, so we can start strong with Valimor in early 2024. I want to give a massive thank you to all the channel members. You boys and girls have been absolutely insane throughout the entire year and throughout all of these 1 to 99 guides. If you want to become this list of legends, part of this list of legends, click on the join button below and see all the cool benefits and rewards you can get in the videos, in the live streams, and of course in the Discord. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. The 1 to 99 guides are over, finishing with a maxing guide. Please let me know how you would max the account if you're maxed, like I said before. And other than that, I will see you in the next one. The schedule will continue, and the next video is surely going to be a fun one. Thank you so much for making it this far. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful week. And I will see you then. Peace.